Hello everybody and welcome to this week's video where I am currently drawing Thursday and Friday if they were real people. So my sort of idea for Thursday is, because I have an art class that I go to on a Thursday, so I decided to make her this really arty person. So she does lots of art. How many times have I said that now? So then the sort of colour that I think of when I think of a Thursday is green, like a very light green. And as you may have been able to notice, I actually completely forgot to film the line art for this video. Well, that was pretty stupid of me. And I'm just going to read out the colours that I used because I also forgot to film that. So as you can probably guess, I used the Ohuhu markers in the colours 50, 69, 56, 59, 48, 21, 94, 42, 46, and 8. So, I really like this video. No, I don't mean video, I mean picture that I drew. I really like this. I love it. And as you might have actually been able to see, we have realistic feet. Her feet look realistic. Such random detail. The only thing I don't like about this picture that I drew is the hands. They're all a bit noodly. There's no anatomy. I was just here, little sneak peek to the next video picture. I was just putting some down because I actually had to skip a page. When I drew Wednesday, it actually bled through onto the other picture, so I actually had to skip a page for Thursday, which is quite annoying. So I don't really know what I'm going to put on the next on the page between these ones, but you never know. I actually did get a little bit of marker bleeding through onto the other side, but only a teeny tiny bit. So I put these colours in front of her as if she'd just been like painting on the walls. I don't really know what else to do for it, apart from just giving her a paintbrush. But I was just colouring them in. Pretty simple. This was another one. I don't really colour in the skin. I only coloured the skin in on Wednesday, and I have to say I love how it looks, but I've only got one paler skin tone, and I've only really got 3 skin tones, so I usually just leave it white. Well, they're all look kind of similar. They all look similar anyway. Oh, I'm actually using the black now, which is the colour 120. As you can see, I'm doing that sort of block shading thing again. I have been really liking how that's actually looking. It's quite interesting. And I put a little bit of shading on her neck. I can't remember if I did shading on the neck for the other ones, but I did for this one. And then I'm just writing in the title, or word, Thursday. And now we're just about to flip over onto the next one, which is Friday. Here we go. So Friday. As you may have noticed, I actually managed to do the line art for this one. I'm actually taking a picture because I love the sketch so much. Now I'm going to say this a lot, but I love this sketch. I adore it. I love the outfit that I chose. I actually came up with the outfit all on my own. But I love how she looks, and this is me just showing you the colours I'm going to use before I've even done the line art. Very clever. So I'll tell you the colours I used. I used the Ohuhu markers, as you might have guessed, in the colours 120, CG2, 8, and 15. But I also used the Stabilo 0.88 Mini Fine 0.8 made in Germany in the colour red, because she's got a little trick up her skirt. Yes, she has a clear skirt. So I thought it would be quite cool to do like a sort of sheer red skirt. And I've actually put a little bit of detail in the skirt, but I didn't want to put too much detail because it would get really confused. So I'm really happy with how these feet came out. I was on a roll with feet when I drew this, but I love her shoes. I don't quite know if they quite go with everything else, but I think they work. And I actually haven't told you anything about Friday. So, in my mind, the colour for Friday is red. And when I think of Friday, I don't really go out and about and do stuff, really. I usually just sit inside, wrap in a blanket, watch a film. But when I think of Friday, I usually think of people going out and partying. This is me just testing the pen to see if it bled or if it's smudged. So picking red for a character, well, that you think would be quite fun and easy because red's quite an average colour. But no, I only had one red, so I had to really think up different ideas and ways I was going to use this red. So I used it on the sleeves here. I actually love these sleeves. But the only thing I don't like about it is the little noodle arm coming out. I'm not good at drawing hands yet. So that's basically all the red I really used. I did, instead of doing block shading for here, I just went over it with a darker red. I thought that looked quite different, quite cool. I've realised as I've gone on with these drawings, the proportions and their physique has become much more realistic. Like, when I think back to the first one, which is Monday, that looks roughly like a person, whereas the proportions for Friday now, they look quite human. Although, she still has a round, weird head and no nose. So, roughly human. But I was deciding whether I wanted to go for block colouring for her leg shading, but in the end I decided not to, because I loved how I'd drawn it. So I was just colouring in the hair. I thought the black would look really good against the grey, the red, and I actually didn't really have any idea how I was going to do sheer, like a sheer skirt, so I got out my watercolours. I doubt I'm going to be using watercolour for any of the others. I didn't use it for any of the ones before, but I love the touch of watercolour. This watercolour set is the Aquafine Watercolour Travel Set by Daler Rauni. So my camera was dying on me, so I didn't actually add as much detail as I probably would have by like making the legs and the sort of jumpsuit. Anyway, that's the end of the video now. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. My Instagram will be in the link in the description. Thank you for watching.